In 480 BC, at the narrow pass of Thermopylae, one of the most legendary battles in history took place. King Leonidas the ruler of Sparta, with just 300 elite warriors, faced the might of King Xerxes I's Persian Empire. The Persian forces, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, were on a relentless campaign to conquer Greece. With the fate of the Greek world hanging in the balance, the 300 Spartans made their stand at this narrow gateway, a strategic choke point where the strength of the Persian army would be nullified by the Spartan warriors' unrivaled discipline. The Spartans, known for their brutal training and unflinching loyalty to their king, were more than soldiers. They were a symbol of military excellence. Leonidas, a king of rare vision and courage, led his warriors with unwavering resolve. He knew that the battle was not just one of weapons, but one of psychology, where the might of the Persian army could be undermined by Spartan bravery and tactical genius. The Spartans stood their ground, knowing full well the odds were stacked against them, but their courage would define history. As Xerxes the Maya approached with his massive army, he initially believed that his overwhelming numbers would break the Spartans' resolve. His immortals, elite soldiers, clad in the finest armor, led the charge, followed by an endless procession of infantry, cavalry, and war elephants. However, the Persian king underestimated the strength of the Spartan spirit. Despite the constant pressure from the advancing Persian forces, Leonidas and his men held their ground, forming an unbreakable shield wall. The psychological warfare between the two commanders became apparent. Xerxes, a king accustomed to rapid victories, grew frustrated as the battle wore on, and the Spartans showed no signs of yielding. For days, the Spartan warriors fought valiantly, repelling wave after wave of Persian attacks. Leonidas, ever steadfast, held his ground, his leadership bolstering the confidence of his men. The Persian forces were not accustomed to this level of resistance. They had swept through lands with ease, only to be stopped by a mere fraction of their number. The battle, at first perceived as a mere formality, began to take on a deeper meaning, a clash between East and West, between the overwhelming power of Persia and the defiance of the Greek spirit. Despite the devastating onslaught, the Spartans never wavered. The psychological tactics employed by Leonidas, such as his calculated defiance and leadership, made the Spartans appear invincible in the eyes of the Persian forces. Meanwhile, Xerxes, towering above the battlefield, found himself watching in disbelief. The longer the battle raged, the more Xerxes' confidence began to fade, realizing that the outcome would not be as simple as he had hoped. However, the tide of battle eventually turned against the 300 Spartans. Despite their heroic efforts, the Greek forces were betrayed. A traitor revealed a secret path to the Persian army, allowing them to surround Leonidas and his warriors. With his fate sealed, Leonidas, ever the leader, refused to retreat, choosing to stand and fight to the end. Leonidas's death became a symbol of ultimate sacrifice. He and his warriors died on the battlefield, but their legacy would live on forever, inspiring generations of warriors with the spirit of sacrifice and heroism. The Battle of Thermopylae is remembered not for the tactical loss, but for the immense psychological impact it had on both the Greek and Persian forces. Though they were defeated, the Spartans' courage ignited the Greek resistance, leading to future victories. Leonidas and his men's selfless stand at Thermopylae inspired not only the Greeks, but also the entire Western world, showing that even in the face of overwhelming odds, bravery, discipline, and leadership could turn the tide of history. Their sacrifice proved that true strength lies not in the number of men, but in the spirit of those who fight for a cause greater than themselves. Thermopylae became an enduring symbol of courage, and Leonidas's name would echo through history as a testament to the power of the human spirit in battle.